Good morning, Scotchwood. Hello, Nina. Hey, Nicholas. You know, I updated the app, and I'm still not working on here. I was going to try my newer iPhone. Now, see, I can't read I can't read them. And I even updated everything. So I don't know what's going on, guys.
That's it?
Okay, thank you. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff here today, if I can only read the comments. Flip the phone the other way. I'm not even finding this on my YouTube app. I want to come into my own broadcast, but I can't even find it. Let me see what's going on here. Ay, ay, ay. I don't even see where my live is on my own channel. Oh, I found it.
107 cross of Rolling Meadow Drive and Lower McCountry Road, ALS 6 person. Station 66, Lower McCountry Township. Comments.
Lots of heckle issues. Yeah, he says there's problems. It's neglected. Flip the phone the other way. Switch to heckle. Yeah, it's going to be sunny later today. What a mess. You get a slap in the head if you criticize Hildy's 47 scenes. There's only a couple of us here. Nicholas, Lucky Dog. What's going on? Vlogs always begin at Duncan. Yes. We could wait until a few more people get in here. We're going to talk about breaking news, fire prevention. We're going to talk about my live streams. People might just not know everything about my live streams. Real quick, we're just going to go boom, 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 boom right through them, and then, you know, the replay viewers can see it. Breaking news out of Allentown, or the Allentown Metro. City of Easton, last night there was a shooting about 11:16. A man was shot. I presume he, without looking at any other news, because of my tips, that person has died as a result of his gunshot wounds in the city of Easton. It was on the south side at some type of market. It was, quote, unquote, targeted shooting, so the people of the south side of Easton have no fear. He did? Okay, I thought so because I have inside information from an authority of Northampton County told me that there was a homicide. So, yes, I have some great tipsters, people. I thank every one that tips me off. Greatly appreciate it. Hello, Sharon.
Release, Sharon Command, 1047. Saliva coming out of her mouth, not really alert. She's breathing okay.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good. Ay, 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 guys. This is what I'm dealing with. This just landed on my good shirt. This is a wake-up wrap. It's a complete mess. And I just got cheese all over my fucking shirt.
322.
Behind the lens of news working. Hi, my name is Bill. I am the cameraman. I am the fat face of news working. Hello, Jeffrey. How do you eat this thing? Why would they even have given this to me? Quality control issue at Dunkin'. All right, breaking news out of Maine. They believe the shooter now has crossed the border into Massachusetts. Maine was on a lockdown. I don't know if they still are, because of the firearms instructor for the military. It was in a mental health facility because he threatened to blow up the army base. Why he has guns, we don't know. The coffee's pretty good. All right. Why is my guts of my wrap on the outside and not the inside? Dunkin' Donuts. Are you going to explain that to me? I'm a good customer. I want to know why it's torn in half, right? There's a big tear, and all the guts were on the outside of this sandwich. Yeah, they should have gave this to me. This is a t-shirt. Mind you, if it would have been one I just picked up at the dry cleaner, I would have been a little pissed. Thank you, Jared. This is not Jared from Subway, all right? That is not the Jared from Subway. I think there was a Jared at State Farm too. I'm not sure. All right. So this guy, I want to touch on this real quick. Then we're going to move on to some fire prevention tips. And then we'll critique a fire now. I got to get going.
Alright, copy. Light smoke condition. You said you want the alarm silent?
Apparently he's being, you know, the shooter in Maine, I guess 16 people have now died instead of 18, or there's 60 people injured instead of 80. The numbers are all over the place. Could he still kill? Yes. Did he shoot himself and kill himself? Probably. Because he has a mental illness, so he probably offed himself somewhere in the woods up there. Everybody's panicking, but if he hasn't committed a shooting since, I would pretty much have to put money down that he offed himself. Why they send a helicopter? Oh, they probably do. See, I hear gunshots now. Multiple gunshots just rang out here at the Weiss. So be it. I got to continue on with my show. This is my opinion. I preach about it on Heckle all the time. I've been saying it for many, many years. That mass shootings, you know, they started around the late 80s, 90s. You know, about the same time the government started getting out of the mental health business with the state hospitals. Now, there are state hospitals still around. They've shrunk them a bit. You know, they're not using all of the facility. There's a big one in Wilkes-Barre. There's one down in Norristown in my state anyway. They closed a huge one down in Allentown. At its peak was 3,000 some beds. A big, huge facility. Norristown was even bigger. But they have, you know, chopped them down in size. Allentown, they got rid of completely, and all those people are out on our streets. When they close it down, we've got a big problem here. And our police officers had, you know, they're not experienced in mental health. They had to deal with these people. You know, they're not criminals, but they're insane. They're told, here, take your medication, adios amigos. You know, the families don't want nothing to do with them, so they're left out here on the streets. An easy solution to fixing the problem in Maine and everywhere else would be to take the guns away from the mentally ill. Every mass shooter has been or was on medication. The Orlando shooter, the Florida shooter, these, you know, the foster parents took the kid to get help. And the psychiatrist put him on medication. The medication wasn't right, but before they could fix it, before he could get back to his next appointment, he went and killed mass amount of people. This guy in Maine, the same thing. It's the same everywhere. Everybody has been being treated for a mental illness and been on some type of prescribed medication. That was wrong, or not the proper strength or something. They heard voices in their head and they went out and committed these crimes, but nobody ever took the guns away from them. Okay, let's say, Bill, I go off the deep end, I go to see a doctor, he prescribes me medication. The easiest solution to me not killing somebody, or myself, all right, because they also just commit suicide and never kill mass amounts of people, all right? I come home, I'm on this medication, it's making me fucking feel suicidal. I have all these guns in my house. Nobody ever took them away from me. The easiest solution to it is I go to the office. The guy says, the doctor says, I'm going to put you on this. Okay, thank you very much. Before you leave, Bill, I got to call the local sheriff's department and notify him I'm putting you on this medication. He calls the sheriff's, the county sheriff where I live. He advises him, Bill is now on this medication. You have to confiscate his guns. The sheriff comes to my house. They come in my house. By law, I have to do this. I have to relinquish all my firearms. They confiscate all my firearms. They lock them up in a safe place till, one, we make sure Bill's medication is the right medication and it's the proper strength. All right. And 6 months go by, I can't have my firearms. Funny things are saying into my head, hey, kill myself. Or kill, you know, lots of people. A, I can't get a hold of my guns. Do I know how to buy illegal firearms on the street? No. That's going to take some time. Hopefully they fix me before I could do that, but I'm not going to do that. You know, if I want to commit suicide, I'll hang myself, or I'll have to slit my wrist in the bathtub and just die that way. No harm done. I killed myself. Nobody else goes with me. That is the easiest solution to this problem. Will it prevent all mass shootings? No. But will it reduce them? It will reduce them in great numbers. Easiest solution. I go to a hospital and I'm 302 committed. My guns are confiscated until I can prove that I'm a sound mind own firearms. A minimum 6 months. Executive order could be on a federal level. Boom. It could be done today. It could be done tomorrow. The government created the problem by putting these people out of the mental institutions and putting them on the streets for them to take their medication and blah, blah, blah. You know, so we seen the spike in mass shootings when they started to get out of the mental health business. Because nobody wants to pay for this. Nobody wants to pay for Joey or your son or your daughter to be in a mental health facility. Okay. The shooting in New England. Mom had a cache of guns in her house. Why did her son get those guns and go commit a huge crime when he was being treated for mental health? Why didn't they come to the house and confiscate those guns? She had them in a safe. Why weren't they locked up? Why wasn't the mom responsible for her son's mass shooting? All right, I'm not going to dwell on that, but, you know, if you want to, write to your local congressman, your state representative, and give them this idea, because I'm going to do that. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. It does have nothing to do with the Second Amendment. It has to do with you and your mental problem, because every single person who committed a mass murder, mass shooting, was a mental patient. Every single one of them. Easy solution, but our government doesn't want to do it. Our politicians don't want to do it because they need this problem for a campaign topic. All right. Usually it's a pen with no ink. Well, probably, but hey, maybe there'll be a smart person in there to say, hey, this is a good idea. Number 2, we need to see what medications they were on. Every single mass shooter, why aren't we getting, and they probably already know, but they're keeping it a big secret. Find out if it's the same med that's causing the mass shooting. Go back to the pharmaceutical company, go back to the doctor, let's make them responsible. Let's get that drug off the street. The FBI could easily do that. What medication were all these mass shooters on? I don't know. My name is Bill, and maybe I'm just out there. I don't know. I don't know if I could think of an easy solution. Why can't anybody else? These people that we elect to be our lawmakers are pretty smart people, I think. Not all of them. Look at AOC. Look at Pelosi. Yeah, there's some dumb ones out there. Schumer. Yeah, I mean, George Bush wasn't the brightest. All right, yeah. Forget about what I said. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. Fire prevention. A lot of fires lately, people. Look at this fucking thing. Look at this thing. A lot of fires lately. It's the start of fire season. People are starting to warm up their houses. Fire prevention, number 1, space heaters. I know with the price of energy right now to heat a home and whatever it's going to be expensive this year. No shit. You're going to use space heaters. If your space heater is 5 years old, 6 years old, 10 years old, it's old. You've been using it. You know what? They start at like $39. They work their way up to maybe a high of $100 for a good one. Go buy new ones. Let's just get that off the... Go buy yourself a new space heater. You don't have to keep using the same old dirty fucking ratty space heater that you've been using for the last 5 to 10 years. Get new ones, new cords, new everything, right? Get new ones. Make sure they're UL listed, and if they fall over, they turn the hell off and they'll burn your house down. Don't plug them into an extension cord. Matter of fact, if you're using extension cords, get rid of them. Be safe. If you're using a power strip, they cost a couple dollars. Go buy a metal one with a fuse, UL listed, not this Chinese and Taiwan junk. All right, make sure it's UL listed, metal casings. You know, get something strong. Look at your strip behind your bed or behind your desk. Replace it. Replace it. Easy. Don't overload them. Don't put anything powerful like a heater that draws a lot of power. You know, and air conditioning. Nothing gets plugged into those except your chargers for your phone. If you're using a iPhone, make sure you go and use an OEM cord. I know they're more expensive, but they're better than the ones at, Five Below. They're better than the gas station ones. Don't use those. You're going to burn your fucking house down. I'm using the F word to, get it through your brains. Don't charge your phone on your bed. Don't charge your laptop on your bed. Your laptop needs to breathe when the fan is underneath. It doesn't breathe when it's on a pillow or your mattress, all right? Burn your house down. That's a short way of doing it, all right? Smoke detectors, replace them. Get new ones. 5-year or 10-year battery life. You don't have to worry about it. You can't get in there anyway. You put it in there, boom, it's good to go. One on every floor, one in every bedroom. Your laundry room, one at the garage door of your hallway if you have your garage. Don't put it in your kitchen right above your stove. That's not going to work. Better yet, get a monitored alarm. If you own a home, you need an alarm system that's monitored for burglary, intrusion, panic, and fire alarm. The smoke detectors will be hardwired or communicate via Bluetooth to the brains of the unit. That takes us to the fire in Lehigh Township yesterday. But anyway, let me eat this before it gets cold. Costanza, they want them to wear out within a year. Those cords only last about a year. As soon as they start fraying, replace it with an Apple cord. That's what they want. Bobby, he was on meds. Don't let him kid you. I researched it, and every mass shooter was on was something was wrong with him. Listen, you're not going to prevent them all, but a normal person in the right state of mind don't kill themselves, and they don't kill other people. Let's just get that out on the table. I just scrolled back. I don't mean to defer back to that, but let's get to that point. A normal mind does not think of suicide and does not think about killing mass amounts of people. You're under the influence of some street drug, alcohol, or something. Something is altering your mind. Even if you're not on a prescription drug. If you're buying it from the street, we have no control over that. My law that I could sponsor and write would not help that situation. That's why I'm saying it won't reduce the number of mass shootings to zero. Nothing reduces anything to zero. But an ounce of prevention can go a long way. That's all. So back to the fire. Check your behind your bed, behind your dressers, behind, there's enough electrical outlets in your house. If you need to overload a strip, an outlet strip, to plug more things in, you got problems mentally. There's enough things in your house, enough receptacles to plug in what you need to plug in. That's why the building code says every so many feet needs to be an outlet. All right? Don't overdo it, and don't use extension cords. I'm just telling you, people, do not use extension cords. They're good if you're going to use a saw or you need to put a light over here just to do some work. Extension cords, no. Smoke detectors, fire extinguishers, and know how to use a fire extinguisher. Have an escape plan and have a plan, especially if you have children in the house. When you all get out of the house, have a meeting place. This neighbor, that neighbor, the backyard, the shed, I don't care, the oak tree. We're going to meet there, and that way the fire commander knows everybody is out of the house and everybody's accounted for. Have a plan in place. Close your eyes and be able to crawl out of your fucking house. All right? without seeing anything. Can you do it? All right. Do you know what window to go out? You know, you don't want to be 3 stories up and fall out a window and kill yourself that way. You want to make sure there's a porch roof or something there you can get to. All right. So just go around your house today and think about a fire happening in your house and what would you do to get out. That takes us to Lehigh Township yesterday. A great story out of Lehigh Township. Automatic fire alarm. What does that tell you? Early detection of a fire. We had 2 fires this week that were a result of early detection. No hesitation in calling 911, or your alarm system caught the smoke. Called the fire department. Fire department shows up. Shit, we got smoke show. We got a working fire. And saved 2 houses. Early detection. Don't delay calling 911. All right? Part of fire prevention, part of fire safety. Do not delay calling 911. If you have an alarm system, people were at work. The alarm system did its job, notified the fire department. They came. All right? On my live streams, we're going to talk about Lehigh Township. You know, almost every fire I go to, I live stream it on one platform or another. If you come up and talk to me, assume I'm recording. If you're on disability, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. It's not my job. If you're on disability, I've had numerous guys tell me they're on disability. It doesn't matter. You are not going to lose your disability because you're on my video. That's not how that works. You are not performing any duties. You're allowed to be in my video. Because you're on disability doesn't mean, you know, you got to be in a wheelchair and be sitting at home and never leave your house. The insurance companies know that. The fraud department knows that. You are not going to lose your disability because you're on my video. Standing there watching the firemen has nothing to do with it. Don't worry. It's never happened and it will never happen. If you're in full turnout gear with a air mask on and you're on disability, they ain't going to know who you are anyway. I don't even know who you are. I can't tell one from another. When I see you in gear, I have no idea who you are. Neither does the insurance company. And they're not watching my videos to catch you and take you off disability. Don't worry about it, but always assume you're going to be on my video. Especially if you're going to stand in front of the house. Hey, Bill, don't get me on. You know, I'm not being mean, guys. I'm just advising everybody that watches my live stream. Don't tell me not to get you on video and then stand in front of the fire building where I can't video the whole fire. That's not going to happen. I have a job to do. Everybody has a job to do. You know, I don't care if you're on disability or not. Don't come and tell me. It's not going to work. If you don't want to be in my video, stand the fuck behind me. Simple as that. I go to plenty enough fires where people tell me they're on disability, then stand behind me because I'm not going to stop filming because you're standing at the front door, you know, being a big shot. I'm not being mean, but I don't want you to get in trouble. So if you don't want to be in my video, stand behind me. If you have to follow me all around, then that's what you do. But stand behind me or get across the street where you belong if you're on disability. And the only reason I'm explaining this on YouTube is I have not been live streaming many fires, but we are starting as of this week. So a lot of people don't understand what the live stream consists of. Oh, it's shaky. I'm getting sick. Then stop watching. I have a professional video camera, guys. My phone for my live stream gets mounted to the top of it. You'll get still pictures when I'm actually recording on my main camera. When I stop, I gotta walk around it. when you watch an edited video that's uploaded to YouTube, all that walking around a fire scene and the shakiness, and you know, I have a shoulder strap, I could put the camera around my shoulder and walk. It's gonna be shaky, it's gonna be this and that. You're gonna see the grass, you're gonna see the sky, but I gotta watch for my safety. I got hoses, I got fire trucks, I got water streams coming out of buildings. It's gonna be shaky. When I edit a video and upload it, I edit all that out, or the camera's off and you don't get that. But when I'm live streaming, I can't turn it off till I get around to the back side of the house. So when I walk, I don't have a gimbal to keep it smooth and steady. You're gonna get shakiness. Don't tell me about it in my comments. I don't care. That's how a live stream operates. I can't turn it off when I'm walking. I don't film and record on my main camera when I'm doing all that. So all that is edited out. If you're getting dizzy and I can't watch this, turn it off and wait for the upload of the professional edited video. You'll be all right for most of the time. There are times there's going to be shakiness. There's a, you know, I could trip over something. I'll be watching around me. I got eyes in the back of my head at a fire scene. It's a very dangerous place. I am not getting hurt. I know what to look for. There's going to be movements. I'm not on a tripod. That's not how I shoot video. So a couple of things with my live streams. If you come up and talk to me, you know, I'll tell you if I'm recording or not, number one. But assume I am. Assume that I'm live streaming. Always assume that. Two, I don't care if you're on disability. It's none of my business. It's not my business. I don't care. That's your concern. Don't forget, everybody else standing behind me is using a cell phone to record and putting it up on Facebook. If you're doing something wrong and you're fraudulently on disability, I hope you get caught. I hope you get caught. It's not my problem. So if you shouldn't be doing what you're doing, then don't do it. Because if it can't be shown on video, then you shouldn't be doing it. The comments on my videos. Matt, exactly. All right. My only function at a fire is to record the fire. I'm going to record the building on fire. If you're going to stand in front of it and you tell me, hey, don't record me, I'm on disability, then don't get in my shot. Because I'm not going to delete that scene when the fire's ripping out of the building because you think you got to be up front. If you're on disability, excuse me, the seats are in the back. The seats are in the back. Get back, all right? So I'm not being mean. I feel for everybody that's on disability. But please don't tell me you're on disability. It doesn't stop me from recording. Just don't tell me, get behind me and stay out of my shots. That's all. You don't have to tell me, just stay out of my shot. You know, don't tell me, hey, I'm on disability, and then you walk in front of my camera. Use your brain. Use your brain. All right? Comments. Let's talk about, we're going to critique the fire in Lehigh Township. You know, when there's these people that always come on and they gotta complain about it. They gotta complain about something. All right? Instead of seeing the bigger picture and keeping your fucking Monday morning quarterback fucking bullshit in your brain, and don't leave it leak out through your fingers to type on the fucking, on my comments. Let's face the facts. That house is saved. It's everything in that house that's important to those residents is salvageable. All right? A fire starts in a house, whether it started on the second floor, in the walls of the first floor, wherever it started, smoke detector detects it, sends a signal to the alarm company. The alarm company calls 911 center here in Northampton and gets dispatched. Probably a 3-minute delay. But your smoke detector picks up particles. It fucking works fast. All right? The fire at that point is just beginning to get fuel. It's in the beginning phases. It's you know, great. Fire chief shows up. Shit, we got smoke showing. Fill out the box, because an automatic alarm usually gets a little bit smaller response than a full house fire response. But at least somebody is on their way. Ladder 47 arrives. They are a quint. A quint is a ladder truck with a pump on it with hoses. All right? I call it a ladder, but ladders usually don't have pumps on them, but it's a quint, basically. It can do the job of two things. It's an engine company and a ladder company. It shows up with an experienced crew and nozzle man. Important. All right? Important. Fire's now working through the roof section of the Alpha Bravo corner, or the 1-2 corner, however you want to fucking say it. They stretch a line to the second floor. The nozzle man knocks the fire down. They fly the ladder to the roof. They continue to hit the fire inside. Maybe they poked a couple holes in the ceiling to get a stream up in there to stop the fire from crawling down and burning the roof off the rest of the house. All right. No water source up there. I need tankers. Chief calls for 6 additional tankers. You never know. If he burns the roof off the place, he's going to need it. They call for a second hand line. They stretch a second hand line, but they keep it outside. They hit some of they're washing the side of the building off. I seen one comment says, "Oh yeah, you know, your house washers." No, they were getting some of the timbers burning going up the roof line there. They were knocking it down from the outside because, of course, the stream inside ain't gonna hit that part of the house. So let's not be critical, people. All right, they didn't wash the whole house down on that side of the house. So that person should have kept their comment to themselves. The interior crew stood their ground, stayed in there, and did what they needed to do. They didn't turn the nozzle on for 30 seconds, turn it off, and say, "Fuck this, I'm getting out." You want to be a fireman? You be a fireman. You be a stand-up guy. You get in there and you do what you got to do till the fire's the fuck out. They did that. %85 of that roof is still intact. For a fire that got into an attic? Was there a guy on the ladder when it was coming down? I never looked close. Somebody said, "Why are we putting a guy on a ladder and moving the ladder around? That is so dangerous, blah, blah, blah." Okay, that's a good point. I didn't see it. I'd have to look at my video closer. I don't study the videos that close right away. I'll have to take a look at that again. I know there was somebody on the ladder, at the tip of the ladder during the fire. Did he climb up the ladder when the ladder was already in place, or was he hanging on to it when it was moving? Sometimes, you know, in crucial situations, you're going to have to move the ladder with the guy on the tip. There's nothing wrong with that, as long as he's belted in, the safety belt's on, and it's okay. Sometimes you have to move it. If it was being moved into place with him already on the tip, all right. You know what? The chiefs will see that in my video and hopefully make a correction if the chief wants that, if that department doesn't. You know, if they look at it and say, in this situation, if that was kind of dangerous. Nothing happened to the guy. Nobody was injured. At the end of the day, that fire department saved that fucking people's homes, that couple's homes. They saved the house. They can get their important shit out of it. They can salvage all their important things out of it. It's one of the few fires I go to where actually the fire department did their job. We're not going to be critical of watching some siding down or there's a guy flying on the ladder. He didn't fall off and hurt himself. At the end of the day, everybody went home. That was a textbook fire. That was a textbook fire. Nothing wrong. Early detection, get somebody there, even though it was on an automatic alarm response. The quint got there, stretched their hoses up there, you know, and the fire didn't get to eat the house up. Without the automatic alarm, they would have lost the second floor. If they just had smoke detectors, battery operated with no wires, the house would have probably that fire would have grew in size enough that it would have burnt the second floor and the roof off the house. Those people can actually thank the alarm company. The monthly billing for their monitoring paid off. So the fire department did their job. Let's swing over to North. If you didn't watch the video, there's 2 videos up, the live stream plus the edited version that was uploaded. Watch the fire. There's nothing wrong with that fire. It was textbook. It was perfect. You could not have done anything different at that fire. So when you come to critique it, that is the way it's supposed to be. Watch it, and that's the way a fire is supposed to be fought. I don't know what else you can say about it. You cannot even say there's any the guy on it. The good parts of that video, saving the fucking house, outweighs all that stupid stuff. You know what I mean? Those are people that just want to complain. They're probably lousy firefighters anyway. They probably don't know what they're talking about. And you can comment on my videos. I don't mind. It makes for good topics. You know, pointing things out. Will that company see that firefighter on that ladder moving like that? Maybe. I don't know. I can't say because I don't know if there was a body on that ladder when it was flying up to the roof, or I don't know. If there was, and they don't like what they seen on my video, maybe they'll switch it. That was a good call. I would comment on that and say, was it really necessary? Like putting men on the roof to vent. There was no reason. If there's a hole already in the roof and the fire's blowing out of it, you don't put another hole in the roof. Because once you put that hole in the roof, you're just going to bring the fire. Fire is like water. All right? Don't put another hole in the roof. There's already a hole over here. It's venting out that. Don't put it over here. Another thing I like, they didn't break the windows out in the bedroom that they were operating in. Not at first. Maybe later they could have, or just opened them. But they kept it all shut. They didn't feed it more oxygen. Once it broke through the roof, it's just getting that oxygen that's already out there. That's why the flames are coming out, because it's getting that oxygen that's already outside. But if they would have opened up the windows or took the windows out right away, that would have introduced a rush of oxygen, and who knows what would have happened. So why feed the fire coming in with the oxygen and then going out the roof? They can open those windows up once they get some water on the fire. Textbook fire, guys. There's nothing you can complain about at the fire in Lehigh Township yesterday. There's nothing you can say about it. 2 lines stretched in an operation. You know, 1 engine company handled that fire basically with a good crew. If they would have had a hydrant, that would have been a 1 engine, 1 ladder company, or 2 engines and a ladder operation. You mop up and go home. Put all the companies, you know, cover my town while I fight this fire. I think some chiefs forget how much fire a couple men can put out on an engine company. And if you don't have confidence in the guys on that pumper, what are they doing there to begin with? If you know you have well-trained guys and you have a confident crew, there's no worries, man. There's no worries. They got this. They got it. That's awesome. Lehigh Township, awesome. Northampton, earlier in the week, early detection. Neighbor sees smoke coming out of a window, calls 911. I get there first. I don't even see any smoke. That's how early they called the fire in. Fire in the hallway, something smoldering, something burning a little bit. Maybe a water can could have took care of it. I don't know. I was not inside. This is all based on observations. Both of these fires, observations. Early detection saved the houses. First, an engine company pulls past the fire building, stretches a hand like clockwork, gets up there, 10 seconds, 30 seconds, a little bit of water, the fire is knocked down. Second due engine company drops a line, supply line, pulls beside the first in engine company, supplies them with water. First due truck comes in, places in front of the house, flies their ladder to the roof as a precaution, not needed. Fires out within minutes of arrival. If the neighbor wasn't home and didn't see the smoke, that would have been a working fire, probably 2 to 3 alarms. Early detection. Can't complain about that fire either. Apparatus placement, perfect. My observation only. You can watch the video at the firehouse and say, guys, man, we need to do this at every fire. Lehigh Township, you play my video the next night to critique and say early detection, quick response, qualified, members on the apparatus. Hold your ground and put the wet stuff on the hot stuff. That's it. And don't stop until the fire's knocked. Let's do that at the next job. That's all. That's all you have to tell your guys. Hey, great job. Let's keep it up, man. You're looking good. You're looking good. Just like a fucking good football team. So, don't be so critical of some of the bullshit, all right? Oh, OSHA. Somebody was like, what's that guy? The paramedics were standing there in the yard. Now, that's paramedics' uniform. What are they doing in the yard? Don't be critical, people. Do not be critical. Should they be that close? I don't know. I'm not a medic. I don't know their protocols. I don't know their standard operating procedures. But who cares? They're part of the crew. God forbid somebody drops over with a heart attack right there. Let's get CPR started. Boom. They're there. No big deal. Why are you being critical? Oh, OSHA. OSHA bullshit. Fuck OSHA. You get the job done. Nobody got hurt. Everybody went home. God damn. And I like all my comments. But sometimes you got to keep the comment in your mouth because those are paramedics. They're there for a reason. It's okay. It's okay. Why not just say, hey, great job, everybody, man. Do this again at the next fire. This is the way it's supposed to look. What is wrong with saying that? Give credit where credit is due, people. Firefighting is a dangerous effing business for these men and women. There's going to be injuries. There's going to be death. No matter how tippy-toe you are through a fire scene, it's a dangerous effing job. You're never going to prevent death and injury. But an ounce of prevention can go a long way. All right? That's all. But at least, you get a small job like that. Everybody went home. Chalk it up as a great... So don't get all bent out of shape when you read my comments. Some of my comments on my fires get really bad. Take it with a grain of salt. Take it with a grain of salt. If you don't want to get injured or killed in this line of work, then don't become a fireman. Don't become a fireman. If you're becoming a volley to have blue lights on your car and a plate and a pager on your side and walk around with a t-shirt and think you're a big shot, you're not doing your team any justice. You're not doing your team no justice. And stop being so critical about everything. I'd love to see some of these guys' fires. Holy shit. All right, let's get 11:32, man. I gotta go. That's it for the behind the scenes. But I should have left a while ago, man. I gotta be at my office. Shit. Maybe I should really stop there. I don't think I'm going to get back by 12. That doesn't matter, I guess. It's hot here. I got to turn the air conditioning on before my phone burns up. Yeah, I just wanted to come on here today and because YouTube isn't used to my live streams at a fire, and the quality's going to be shitty. It's going to be moving, it's going to be bouncy. It's going to be, so don't tell me you're getting sick because of the movement or you're getting dizzy. I don't care. Take it at face value. All right, you're getting more out of the live stream than you are getting dizzy. Or wait till I stand still to shoot, with my regular camera. And don't be so critical. The commenters, please don't be so critical about what you see on my videos. Oh, that guy didn't have gloves on. Okay, Mr. Safety Officer. Ay. Guys, I should be one to talk. I picked up a generator already at a fire, and I picked it up by its muffler to load it back into the engine. I had to go to the hospital because I wasn't wearing gloves. So don't tell me blah, 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 blah. Christ. All right. That's it. Anybody else want to talk? Let me check out some of the comments. I think the mayor knows me. I live, a couple doors down from her. Don't buy dollar store extension cords. Exactly, Steve. But listen, it is firefighting, and even Lehigh Township, the next fire call they get could go south. It depends, just like a football team. You kick ass one week, the next week you get your ass handed to you. That's how firefighting is. Not every fire can go good. Every single fire is different. Every single one of them. Every building you go into is different, guys. Don't be critical. So for the non-firemen in here, I'm trying to teach the citizens and the community a little bit about firefighting. That's all. I'm like a public information officer. Right? I'm the public information officer. I don't mind teaching it and telling you what's going on at a fire. I didn't know I was sitting there that long. I got to really get going, guys. I'm way delayed now. I wanted to be at my office by now, but I got to go to make one run. Shit. Here, I'll show you where I'm going. You don't have to look at my big, ugly, fat face anymore. Let me flip the camera. There you go, people. There it is. Dreary, gray day here in Allentown, Pennsylvania. We're at 64 degrees right now.
Very good.
What's going on, Hildy? Just good job yesterday, sir. Good job. And I'm not just saying that because, we're friends. I'm just saying it's my observation. That was a textbook fire. You guys did a great, tremendous job. Don't let the negative comments in my videos put you down. All right, you guys did awesome. I'm giving credit where credit's due. They did awesome. Northampton Borough earlier in the week, awesome job. Allentown, awesome job for what they had. They, even though there was a death, I don't know if there was smoke detectors in the home, but you know, it's Fire Prevention Month. We have to stress early detection and notification when there's a fire is a difference between losing property and saving property. All right. So overall, all the fires this week, all the fire departments did tremendous jobs of making quick knockdowns. I cannot forget about Emmaus Borough. They did a quick knock on that fire. The roof is still intact. Hats off to them too. My only thing that I was critical of, that I think they're going to get caught with their pants down at some point in time at these apartment garden style apartment buildings, is a lack of a ladder truck close enough to the building to move from, you know, balcony to balcony to pluck people off the balconies. I don't know what their SOPs are, but 2 major fires at an apartment complex and a lack of an aerial device is a concern, especially if it gets into the roof and burns the roof off the place. Then they would have problems if they needed elevated master streams. Other than that, it's a good job at all the engine company crews. They're knocking out some good fires. It's awesome, man. It's awesome. It's what I love about what I do. Yeah, never. I know you, Hildy. You would. You know, but some of my commenters on here, man, they get, you know, the armchair firefighters or whatever you want to call them. They can be really, really, you know, for a brotherhood, it amazes me at how mean some of them can be. And maybe record high temps. Well, the clouds got to break. The sun's going to come out this afternoon. That's probably when I'll mow my lawn. I want to mow today, but it already drizzled a little bit and got things wet. Oh, you're waving to me from the doctor's office. I'm just checking out my comments here while I'm slowing down. Oh yeah, St. Luke's right to my right. Okay. Bill is all. I'm not fired up. I'm just trying to teach. Oh, we got a traffic jam ahead of me. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, I just wanted to get through all my points that I have in my title, which we did. And
Apartment 4230 North Road, apartment 604.
guys, I was concerned. It looked like my skin was peeling off 2 of my fingers on the, you know, and I was like, fuck, why is it? And here I think it was some of the schmutz from my Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, it was. It was just it must have been old cheese or something. It looked like something was eating through my skin on my fingers. I got a little nervous there. Sorry about that. Let's hope the guy in Maine who did the mass shooting offed himself in the woods somewhere up there, and he's done. You know, they may never find him. You know, it's Maine, of course, and now they say he might have went into Massachusetts. I don't know. I'm hoping he just, you know, knew what he just did, came to grips with it, and fucking offed himself in a wood somewhere. The bears, the animals will get him and eat him, and that'll be it. You'll never see the guy ever again. Hello, Louise. No snow. No snow. I don't do the weather, so that's why we're not talking about the weather today. I'm overcast, a little gray right now. The clouds are starting to break up. Sun's supposed to come out around 3 o'clock. 64 degrees here in Allentown, Pennsylvania. All right. We're not going to go. Yep. Come on. Come over. Let's go. Before I get fucking smacked in the back. Ay, ay, ay. We got red and blues flashing up ahead. Ay, ay, ay. Are we, you mean people got to slow down and rubberneck like this because there's red and blues? This is ridiculous. And the road is so wide up here. He's got a school bus pulled over. People keep driving that effing car. Are you kidding me? Brake lights for this? Hello? Welcome to Behind the Scenes episode of News Working. My name is Bill. Oh, come on, you maggots, you. Ugh. People are freaking nosy rosies, man. Rubberneckers at their best right here. This is what not to do on a highway. Look how wide the shoulder is over there. Look how wide. They're not even near us. Why are we even slowing down? Ay, ay, ay. They're not even here anymore. They've left. They left. The school bus left. He got a ticket. Adios. I never seen a school bus get a ticket before. That's pretty funny. The school bus got a ticket. It's all the way up there. Look, there's not even. They left. Ay, 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 ay. Look at a little Subi over here. Look at the Subaru. Oh, he's got a flat tire. That's why he's driving slow. You can drive a little faster with a donut on. You can drive just a hair faster. Nina's trying to protect the host.
Paul Fall 0209 or King Tom Fall 0209. He's not sure what it was in reference to. I think he said he could give them.
And yesterday in Allentown, Pennsylvania, somebody disrupted the Allen High School with a phone call that there was a mass shooting or an active shooter situation at the high school. Brought in every police officer in the city, the sheriff's units, and all the ambulances, hightailed it over there. Somebody should get, charged with that. They got to find out who did that. And that's not, that's nothing to joke about, guys, especially what just happened to me. That's risking a catastrophe. They should actually do prison time for such a phone call. You put all those police cars in harm's way, rushing to a high school, all the ambulances. There was a major disruption. Somebody needs to do jail time for shit like that.
solid that is found after station. The address is 9 West 14th Street, 9 West 14th Street.
Michael from Lehigh Valley Fire Videos is going to be really excited. Allentown got 2 new ambulances. They look very nice. They're going to be in service any day. They're going to be up to 10 ambulances now in the fleet.
Video up. Is by copies. The radio up. 3127 South 4th Avenue. Want to follow up?
Oregon Sport. Well, lead a phone call.
You guys crack me up. Hopefully somebody learned something in my broadcast today. It was nice that we had certain topics, you know. I had the topics, I had everything laid out. We went boom, 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 right down the aisle and got them all taken care of. Look at that. And no tomfoolery, all right? No tomfoolery. You learn not to give a shit. Yeah, that too.
One under control units.
That too. The only thing I wish I could add to every one of my fire videos is the cause. Because without knowing the cause, we can't talk about fire safety and how to prevent that fire. If we knew the cause, we could teach people, you know, this is what happened. If you're doing this in your home, you know, you might want to take some more precautions, you know what I mean? So it would be nice to know, you know, all of, you know, causes of the fires. It's that's very important. We never know. I seldom know what caused the fire, but I would like to know so we could teach it, you know, and try to help other people. You know, maybe they're doing the same thing at their house and they're like, holy shit, you know, let me fix it. Charging batteries was another thing in the fire prevention part of it. I mean, I could have spent a whole hour on just fire prevention, but I just wanted to touch on it real quick. I think charging up batteries is causing a lot of fires in homes. Lots of fires. In New York City, they're causing 5-alarm blazes from one little battery. You know, on a scooter, a bike. Not using the right charging equipment for it. So, all right. Let me run in here. I'll be right back out, and then we'll call it a day.
Batch, ALS to 557 Spruce Street. 557 Spruce Street, 89-year-old female, hypertensive, respiratory stress.
Oy. Gotta get that checked out there, lady.
11:51 hour. Continuous respiratory. 557 Spruce Street, across the Tobias Drive, Heller Time Communications. EMS dispatch 11:52. Received.
Hotel Victor Mike 7746.
There's a lot of static. Was it 7746? Temple.
Coverage, come on.
Alright, Jim.
Cleared by command available.
Tracy.
It's going to be Banger Park, not Banger, Banger.
Having chest pain and shortness of breath, negative history. She's been sick with a cold for the past 3 days and has body aches. 264 Lenape Trail.
Good.
You can clear everyone from this call except engine 1.
Tracy.
$11:55. $44.42.
1219.
I have a Joanna at 138 Main Street waiting for police regarding condemned property. 11:55.
That populated to them. Can you see if we ever had contact with that Aisha and Estelle in the city?
Stand by.
That warrant's confirmed. They will let you in. Of course. They're 11015. Copy 11015, 11:15.
Welcome back. All right, guys. And girls. Can't forget the
Female,
girls.
chest pain, shortness of breath, and body ache.
Okay, so anybody liking the new format? Like, are you liking the live streams on YouTube or no? Usually I'm on Heckle Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. You know, I would like to build this audience. We only have 20 people out of 85,000 on here right now. I get a little short of that on Heckle, maybe, you know, 15 to 17 on a good day. Here we're only at 20, and it's YouTube with 85,000 subscribers. So I can go back and forth and do some live streams on Heckle and do some here, or should I just leave this for live streaming fires and uploading videos? I don't know. This week, I guess I tested it out, and we'll go from there. And then I usually have my live stream on a Saturday night on YouTube. So if I'm doing too many, I don't want to lose subscribers because, you know, maybe I'm going live too often. Oh, you know, I can't see the comments. I got the air conditioning blowing right on me. It's bugging my nose. Ay, ay, ay. I go back and forth. People work during the day. Yes. There's quite a few people that don't work though. Yeah, that's true too. We got fire trucks. Airport crash units at the terminal building. It seems like, oh no, they're all, wow. As the stream goes on, the comments get worse and worse. Now they just look like a white line. I can't even read them. It's called the Allentown Bethlehem Easton International Airport, ABE. If you want to see the website, flyabe.com. United, Delta, American, and Allegiant are the airlines. It's considered a small regional airport.
For Coffee County, 6154 Chestnut Hill Road, crossing Glen Road, Beverly Hills Road, PLS 6 persons. Station 72, Upper Falcon Township, 6154 Chestnut Hill Road, crossing Glen Road and Beverly Hills Road, PLS 6 persons.
The airport should be much more busier. It should be triple as, you know, it should be triple busyness here. But we're so close to Newark and Philadelphia. Lots and lots of travelers drive there to save a couple dollars, which is crazy. I mean, if you can get to it from here, this is so convenient, this airport. I mean, I'll pay for the convenience. I don't care, you know. If you're going to be that cheap, you shouldn't be flying to begin with. Take your car. Just my opinion, all right? Just my opinion. Are we still live? I was away from my phone. Well, of course, Hildy. Hildy was getting quite the testimony.
1011 4th Street, Alpha Romeo.
Hey, he's the only fire chief I know that has an 80s porn voice on the radio. Oh, I left my coffee back at the thing. Son of a gun. I left my coffee on the counter. Shit, I so apologize. I went to You're back. It freezes right here, especially when we stop. This is, like I said, Catasauqua is just a terrible spot for cell service. Yeah, I left my coffee back here where I was at.
Greenville Road, 3291 Greenville Road.
Oh, Hildy, the only complaint, and it's not from me, I could give two shits. I really don't care. And it's not from me, I could give two shits. I really don't care. I think the overall, the saving the property, the saving the property, and the tactics and the quick work of the firemen, it overlooks. Somebody said that the ladder was moving while there was a fireman at the tip. All right, that was one of the comments. Somebody else made a comment that you were washing the house. Call them if you want your house washed. You know, because you were spraying up the roof line there a little bit, and I guess the stream hit the siding a couple times. You know, it happens. I wouldn't call that, you know, washing the house. I don't know when the ladder was, you know, they were flying to the roof, if there was a body on it or not. I didn't notice it. I know there was somebody at the tip, you know, when it was in place, but I don't know if he was there the whole time. Somebody complained about that. And then another person complained about the EMTs and paramedics standing too close to the building without gear on. You know, but yet that's what they, you know, that's their uniform. I mean, they're three critical things, you know, people being critical over nothing. You know, they're not looking at the larger picture of you know, this house, for all intents and purposes, should have burnt down, and probably would have burnt the second floor and roof off the place if it wasn't for the automatic alarm and the quick notification to the fire department. And you guys got out there and did what you needed to do. That is the more important thing that needs to be stressed here, not a guy on a ladder or a hose stream hitting the siding of the building. I mean, come on, guys. You know, and people not wearing gear in the yard. You don't need gear. You don't need an air pack in the middle of a gosh darn yard. You know, so just those three critical things I seen on there. And it's nothing. It's actually zero, nothing. I wouldn't even pay no attention to any of it. Hildy's house washing. Man, this guy's a billionaire. He has house washing, Hildy's flight school, Hildy's Heroes. This guy does it all. Hildy's radio programming. The only thing the guy needs to start is Hildy's strip club. Bobby, that's exactly right. Just be thankful they showed up early enough, and you know, everything in that house is salvageable. You know, except maybe whatever burned in that room, but you know, hopefully, you know, anything of important, you know, paperwork, photos, all that, you know, the house is still standing, the roof, 85, 90% of the roof is still on. I mean, who's gonna critique this and say anything bad about it? There's nothing. I mean, nobody got injured. I mean, it's a win-win for the homeowner and the fire department. I don't understand where people are coming from. I really don't. Oh, go. Pay attention, man. Go. Yeah, go. Holy shit, lady. Well, I wasn't leaving you to fuck out. He fucking dipped right in front of me. He's lucky I didn't T-bone him, because I stepped on it, because that lady was making me mad. Trust my judgment. I told you to go. Take your time. I'm holding up the whole gosh darn line behind me. It's embarrassing. Then that guy had he's lucky I didn't hit his dodge. I didn't expect him to dart out like that. I wasn't leaving him out. People need a slap across the head sometimes. I'll tell you. Ignorant motherfuckers. Nobody invited him to go. I was doing what, if the car behind me wanted to leave him out, that car could have left him out. I'm not leaving the whole line out. I'm one for one. I'll leave you out. Don't be a jerk off. You know? People push their freaking luck. Bunch of morons. I almost hit the guy. I didn't expect him to the right away. Technically, he blew the stop sign because he did not stop when he got up to the stop sign. Stupid shit. People just irk me, you know. Stay home, guys. Stay home. Ay, ay, ay. Now that pissed me off. Don't worry, Catasauqua. This is not the worst road in the area. Easton's Washington Street is. They finally, you're no longer number one on the list of the worst street in the area. Easton took that over for you. Washington Street, worst street in the area. All right, everybody, I'm gonna be getting off on here now. I'm gonna be turning it off, not getting off. Turning it off. Thanks for joining Newsworking, broadcasting worldwide, live from Allentown, Pennsylvania. You were watching an episode of Behind the Lens. I hope it all made sense to you guys, you know, but a lot of things are just my observation and my opinion. I could be wrong, so be it. If you think I'm wrong, I really don't care. I mean, that's just how it is. Just how it is. Just take a deep breath, drink take a sip of coffee, chill out, and 4 fires this week, 4 successful stories, except for Allentown. I mean, they made a quick stop of the fire, but one person, and they did rescue the person, but the person's apparently died en route to the hospital or such. I mean, it is what it is. There was nothing the firemen could have done any quicker. I mean, they apparently got notified fast enough. I just didn't hear no smoke detectors in the building, so maybe a lack of smoke detectors caused the fire death in Allentown. I don't know. That's just my observation. Other than that, the firefighters of Allentown did an awesome job. And that's that. I will talk to you guys later. Probably YouTube Saturday night, I'm thinking. My next live will probably be Saturday night. I shall talk to y'all later. Ciao.